Welcome back, everyone. This is JTM Plays, and today we're playing Plan B Terraform. This is an automation game that I have kept my eyes on for a very long time. It's a planetary terraforming automation game. The goal of this game is to basically land on the planet, and you are in a barren wasteland. You need to terraform it, get water in there, build a city, and automate everything. All of the resources are automated. There are trains and trucks that will be delivering. You have to make production chains, and I'm very excited. Today is the release day. Actually, at the time of recording, it's the release day of 1.0. So I'm excited to play the game for you guys here and show you guys what it's all about. All right, so with all that being said, let's jump right in. Let's start a new game. It's going to be a fresh new planet, and we're going to just randomize it here. It doesn't really matter. We're going to do everything on normal, and we're going to hit confirm and jump right into the game. Okay, so here we go. You have been mandated to manage resources across the newly discovered planet. Let's get started. This is our barren planet here, and we have landed on a new Beijing. We've landed on this Mars planet. Okay, so welcome to Odors 412F. Let's start by creating new extractors. Okay. All right, so we're going to follow the tutorial here to a T, and we're going to be doing all the things that it is asking us to do. Let me familiarize myself with the scrolling here. So as you can see, the temperature on the planet right now is negative 58 degrees Celsius. And this is the map of the planet right up here. We got three cities here. And I believe these cities will... Oh, do we? Okay, so it seems like we manage all three cities at the same time. We'll start with New Beijing. Okay, so how to play. Camera movement. Right mouse button, WASD to move it. Zoom in and out with the mouse wheel. Okay, confirm. Build, select the building in this build bar and click on the ground to place it. The button counter shows how many you have. All right, perfect. So we have extractors. We have factories, and we have assembly plants, and then we also have depots. So what we want to do is immediately start off with the extractors, right? It wants us to use this button or delete key to delete buildings. They will go back to your inventory so you can place them elsewhere. Got it. Okay, so that's what this thing is. Okay, next, logistics. Extractors collect minerals from the ground and store them in container. Got it. That is the storage container. Perfect. Okay, all right. I got all this. I got all the basics, right? Factories transform. So we got assemblers, we got factories, we got storages, and then we have roads. Roads are going to be our conveyor belts, and you'll see shortly here how they work. Assembly plants create final products that go into your inventory, no visible containers. Okay. Scaling up, you can place more extractors, depots, and factories to produce items faster. Got it. Global info. The bar at the top of the screen shows your current level and objective progression. Click it to open the level screen. So this is this right here, right? Level 1, new objective. Produce 5 extractors in assembly plant. Got it. Hints. Build extractors on iron ore deposits. Transform iron ore into steel bar in a factory. Build new extractors in an assembly plant. Use depots to collect and move containers. Earth Organization President. Welcome to order. Okay. Information. Planet info, planet name, total population, temperature, okay, date, and game speed controls. We have view buttons. Where are these? Down here. Got it. The info panel, right? That's this. The mini map, that's that. And then the planet. Whoa, what's that? Wait, what are those? What are those arrows? What are those arrows? Okay. All right. No. We want to be at New Beijing. This is where we're at, right? That's where the city's starting. Then the mini map, click on that and we should be good to go. All right, let's start doing the things. So first thing we want to do is we want to find our first deposit. So where is our first deposit? This is sulfur. This is more sulfur. Hold on. I'm lost. Where's my iron? New Beijing. Enhanced view, shortcut, hold left alt. Okay, that looks like it's water run, right? That's where the water will be. Got it. All right, so what we're looking for is we're looking for the iron. Where in the world is the iron? This is not it. This is not it. Where is our iron deposit? Here it is. Here it is. And anything close to here? Nope, there's nothing close to there. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's get started. First things first, we want to build a depot. Okay, the depot will live So let's do that right there, right? Let's say this is iron ore. We want to put down a couple of miners here that are going to mine into the depot. We could add more if we wanted to, because the next thing that we want to do is we want to transform the iron ore here into steel bars. We're going to put steel bars into another depot here like this, and that is going to be steel bars. And the steel bars are then going to be taken to an assembly plant. The assembly plant will be creating extractors. The extractors will then go into another storage like this. Oh, I guess not. Okay, I guess not. It's not going to go into the storage. Okay, close that. This is already doing that. These guys are already extracting the iron. You can see the little drones taking the material into the factories, and then the steel is then being turned into an extractor. Now, we didn't have to select the recipe here for some reason. Okay, I got it. So what we could do is we could turn the steel, right? This steel that's here, we could turn it also into the other item, which is this. We're going to make depots, and we're going to put the depots into there. And yeah, it's telling me to do that. I don't think I need to do that. So let's remove this and this. Now we know that we are making extractors here. This needs 3 steel bars, which we're not getting. Okay, maybe it needs its own process. Or maybe, what is your production rate? You require 3 iron ore. This produces how many iron ores per second? Doesn't really say. Okay, so this storage, or can this be backup supply? Don't supply containers to depots over 50%. Well, are we making extractors here? We've made 1 singular extractor since we started here. So maybe this is too much. Let's remove these guys so that we can have them both. So we can store them again. Look at our next hint here. Let's see. Okay, no, this tutorial is done. This menu is also done. The next thing is we want to build extractors on iron ore deposit, transform iron ore into steel bar factory, build new extractors. So yeah, I guess it wants us to build 5 extractors. So we just kind of have to wait on that. We have to wait on this. These guys doing their jobs. They're not doing a really good job. They're being really, really slow. It's this factory that's being slow. So annual production cycle 30. I could put one there, making even more steel bars. And then I could put this storage can go there, which is housing steel bars. Now we have 2 of those doing that. Is the drone fast enough though? That's the question, right? So this factory here, this can be that. And so now then you're making extractors. And so now we have 2 factories. Let's add another steel thingy here. Okay, 2 factories. This guy over here is making 3 steel bars. You require 3 steel bars. This is making one bar. All right, let's just go ahead and speed things up. Maybe that is going to help us with what we're doing. We don't really seem to have a lot of steel bars in storage here yet. We have 0. So that is the first stage of the tutorial here. Good start. Now you can build new factories. All right, a new objective, produce 5 factories and assembly plants. So this needs mechanical parts, factories, and assembly plants. All right, we're at level 2, right? So 5 factories. Let's do the next thing. So we have a storage, which we can place here, right? You're going to be iron ore. You're going to require 1, 2, 3 of these guys. We're going to get a factory, which is going to be making mechanical parts. Let's see, factory. Will you supply? No, it doesn't look like you supply directly. So we do need a storage because the storage comes with a drone. So that's number 1. You're accepting mechanical parts. You're making mechanical parts, good. And we now need an assembly plant there to make factories. Okay, so is that working now? You need 3 mechanical parts, got it. All right, so we've got that covered. Let's get another storage here because I have a feeling that we are going to need storages. So you are the final product. You need to be making assembly plants. Assembly plants require mechanical parts. You need 1, 2, 3. Good. From the storage, you go to the factory. You also be making mechanical parts, which will then be this. Mechanical parts. And so why didn't you connect? 1, 2, 3. Mr. Storage, you're set the wrong way. So delete. Mechanical parts. No, you are iron ore. That's what it is. Got it. Perfect. All right, look how fast the drone's working now. Sweet. Also, this thing is backed up. Why are you so backed up? What do you need? You're making steel. Steel bars. I am skipping a step here. What do you need? Steel bars. So you need steel bars. Okay, delete that. The steel bars go in here. We now make this, which will be making mechanical parts from steel bars, and then mechanical parts are making assembly plants. That is the production chain that we need. Why can't I put you there? Because I don't have a depot. So you're full. All right, so then you can go here, and you are mechanical parts, and now you're all set, right? So that we're making mechanical parts there. So that means that we can make another assembly plant pretty much here to make... Oh, depots are made with steel. And so we're not making steel there. Well, we actually have a backup of steel here. So we can delete this and put that over here. And so now you can make depots with the spare steel. That's how that's working? Yes. So now we have extra depots. And we have plenty of what? This is the assembly plants. We're not making factories yet. All right, so that's my mistake. We need to make factories first to progress on the thing here. All right, good. Now that we have some storages, that means that we can put this back here. Good. We can now do another factory, which will be making steel bars, which will go into another storage, which will be steel bars, which will make, well, we could say assembly plants now, right? No, because assembly plants needs mechanical parts, so this needs to be a factory. Okay, let's delete that. Let's go with another factory making mechanical parts, and then that is now making assembly plants. This needs another storage here, being mechanical parts. Okay, now we have all, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings being created, right? Yes. That makes total sense. Nice, we're making progress here. Okay, so you're gonna be iron ore. We're gonna put 1, 2, 3. We're gonna get a factory there, an assembly there, and then 2 storages. So you get steel bars, and then this is making storages, which we can now delete that from there. Okay, so that's all. That's 3 items being made here, right? Are we good now? I think we're good. Just a matter of probably not having enough iron, right? Are we not getting enough iron here? Yeah, all right, level complete. Good. Next order of business, research in progress. We need concrete, we need roads, we need trucks, we need supply centers. Okay. Our scientific team has developed a way to produce concrete from our sulfur regolith found here. Your cities will need this concrete to grow. All right, so here we go. New objective, reach a total population of 20. Hints, build a supply center in contact with the city. Bring it the resources it requires so the city grows. Unlocked items, concrete, road, trucks, and supply centers. Okay, so our population is 9 at the moment. We have now unlocked trucks. So roads, after producing enough road items, select its button and build roads by clicking on the origin position and then the destination. Okay, so if we want to build whatever road this is, do we build it from the factory? I believe it's from the factory. Okay, special buildings, a supply center. Supply cities with resources they need to grow. Okay, so this thing, right? This supply center needs to go. We have to produce them first. Okay, so we need sulfur here. Let's start with that. Let's start with getting enough sulfur, right? So we're gonna put a sulfur mine right over. Yeah, no, not there. Actually, right there is fine. Maybe 4. Okay, so we have sulfur. Factory will produce concrete. This will produce roads. Yeah, that will produce roads. And that is a supply chain. Boom. Okay, so sulfur to concrete. That needs 3 sulfur. Why is it not? Ah, because this needs to be sulfur. Got it. This sulfur goes in there. This goes in there. And now we have roads. Perfect. Now, if we wanted to be cheeky, and if we wanted to make even more of this stuff, right, we could say this is making... How much do you need? You need 3 sulfur. And how much are you producing here? It doesn't really say how much it's producing. And it will eventually run out of stuff here. So, okay. All right. Let's just build another thing. Maybe right here is fine. Yeah, let's do that. Sulfur. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get a factory, which will be making more concrete. The concrete will then go into here, and you will now be making... Oh, actually, you need to be mechanical parts. What about supply center? Supply center, what do you need? You need 5 concrete. Okay. We can do 5 concrete. There. All right, good. So we need to go back to our iron node over here. We're going to put this storage probably right over... here, I guess. Yeah, we're doing iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that goes into a factory which is making steel, which is then making not more steel but mechanical parts. Let's get a storage right over here, and you are steel bars. Okay, once we have the steel bars, we can do an assembler, which will go here, and you will be making trucks. Trucks will go there from mechanical parts. And now we're making trucks. So then we're now producing trucks. We are also producing supply centers. All right, so we got our first supply center, which will not go there. It will go here by New Beijing. That's where it belongs, right? Right next to that, because that's where we need to supply it. Cities require resources, supplies, and waste depending on their size. Okay. All right. So you require concrete. This requires storage, which will then... Actually, do trucks only go to supply centers, right? So roads. After producing enough road items, select its button and build its road so that the orange position, then the destination. Okay. Hold on a second. Select the truck button on the road. Loading. Okay, this is what I'm interested in. Supply center goes next to the city. That's exactly what I needed to know. All right. So we have to build a road from here to wherever we're making concrete, which is right over here. Boom. And we can add 1, 2. Wait a second. Oh, no. Undo. So now we can add a truck here to here. And you are supplying concrete. Perfect. And how many vehicles do we want to add? Let's add a few of them. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 trucks. Let's slow down a little bit here. Let's see what's going on. So change the origin. I don't want to change the origin. I want this to be done. So recompute transport line path, reverse the direction of the vehicles. No, I don't need to reverse that. Okay, so you need to be concrete. So you receive concrete. Perfect. This supplies the city with the concrete that it needs, and we should be all set. All right, now, what is next on the list? We just need to grow our population. I guess that's it, right? Pretty much. Annual supply demand 10. So are we not getting 10 here? Is it not enough? Do we need to add more vehicles? Let's add another 5. Estimated annual capacity 119. Reported annual capacity 47. All right, so we've added 10 trains, 10 vehicles on this road here. So the problem is that we're not consuming it fast enough. City will try first to consume container from other supply centers. No, I don't understand what that means. All right, so we got plenty of material here now. Satisfactory 100%. Okay, so then do we just speed things up and do we get more population here at some point? How does this city grow? Oh, there we go. We've got our first person. Oh, there you go. We've got the city's growing and we're growing together. Okay, so what about all of this here, right? New Riot. Do we have iron and sulfur together? We do. We could provide new Riot with some materials, right? We could do that. We just need to copy and paste. We just need to copy and paste this situation. Oh, we are not making enough concrete. Let's copy this. Let's bring it over to here. New Riot, right? We could rotate this like so. Wait. I got this. Don't worry. So, like so. We're going to make some bricks here. Right? The concrete. We're making concrete. We're going to make a transport. Oh, well done. To grow further, the cities will need oxygen. Their own generators won't be enough. Oh, we're at the next point here of our situation. So now we need oxygen. We can now create aluminum bars. We can make carbon, oxygen, atmospheric extractors, and landmark towers. The oxygen you just unlocked will be required by cities once they reach a population of 20. So, well done. To grow further, the cities will need oxygen. Okay, got it. Advanced interface. When a building button is selected, click on the star button in order to add the item or remove the item from favorite category. This way you can easily access most common items. So if I do this, oh, here, okay, so we could do that and then click on that. Got it. All right, cool. All right, so this city, where is it? New Riots needs a supply center. So you receive a supply center. We now have concrete over here, which can go from there, there to, where is it? There it is. Okay, from there to there. You get a supply of concrete here, and you make your way to there. Cool, and then we can add a couple of trucks. 5 should be enough. And that is now growing that city. I hope. No. Nope, that's not working because we need a storage. So you can go there and you will be concrete. Cool. All right, so that's working, right? If I add another one here, is that going to supply more concrete? It actually does not. Okay, so I'll just delete that. Okay, so that new Raya is now being populated. This guy is also going to need supplies. So let's do that. Let's get the road from here to there. We will need a storage for concrete and also a supply center. And you are set to that. We now need a truck from here to there. We'll set 5 vehicles and we're all set. Okay, so what's the population here? 3. New Beijing. What's your population, New Beijing? You are population 21, status stable, city supply limited 50%. So now New Beijing needs oxygen. Let's work on getting some oxygen. This is an atmospheric extractor. So this atmospheric extractor needs some items, right? Now, does this supply center accept multiple different items? It looks like you do. So what we need to do is add one here. You're going to be oxygen, I hope. And we're going to make an atmospheric extractor that needs aluminum and mechanical parts, which we're not making at all. So first of all, we need to make aluminum. Where do we make aluminum? Not there. It's got to be this one, right? Aluminum ore. All right, not a problem. Not a problem. We're making aluminum ore. Let's put this right here. This is going to be aluminum ore. We're going to add a couple of extractors here. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5. That's fine. All right, we're going to make a factory, which will not go there. Factory goes here. Come on. Click on that. I want you to make aluminum bars. Great. You're now making aluminum bars. Aluminum bars go there. Aluminum bars get accepted there. So we have just invented a stronger concrete. It will help cities to build higher buildings. We're making really good progress, it seems. Population is at 51. Polymer bar, reinforced concrete, and MK depots MK2. Depot drones have a range of 2 hexagons. All right, that's pretty good. Okay. All right, so we're making aluminum here. We needed the following, right? Assembly plants. We're already making that. Okay, so this guy right here. Transports. Display a custom text in the main view. Use it to locate your various industrial. Okay, all right. What I need is to make this. And this needs aluminum bars as well as mechanical parts. Okay. We've got aluminum bars. Aluminum bars need to be delivered to my mechanical parts. Now, I don't have any mechanical parts, or I don't have a storage here for mechanical parts. Do I have more iron anywhere close by? Up here, maybe? Yes. That's some iron. This is aluminum. Can we do it from here, though? Also, this guy is it's all pretty much done. Let's focus on atmospheric extractors at the moment. Mechanical parts. Do we have any spare mechanical parts? We do not have spare mechanical parts right now. Oh, we do actually over here. This is making trucks. All right, so let's go all the way. Let's actually do this. Let's copy this all the way to here. I need this, right? So copy. Let's put this over here. That works for me right there. All right. That's making extra mechanical parts over here. What we're going to do now is we're going to add this mechanical part. This is going to come out this way. All right. And it's going to go all the way to over here. Good. All right. This is aluminum. And this is going to go all the way to here. Does that make sense? This storage will live here. And you are mechanical parts, which in turn will make a factory creating extractors. So we're now making extractors. All we need to do now is get aluminum from there to there, add a couple of vehicles, which we should have plenty of, and confirm. Next order of business is getting our mechanical parts from here all the way to here, and you are carrying mechanical parts at a rate of 5 as well. And so now we are making oxygen extractors. Okay, so then now we need oxygen extractors living here. And you're making oxygen. Correcto mundo? Are we good to go? You now are accepting oxygen. We could do 2 oxygen per second here. Yes. Yes, I love it. Okay, let's do the same thing over here. That's not that bad, right? That's not that bad at all. We are going to add another storage depot. So storage there. You're going to say oxygen. We're going to add the oxygen extractors 1 and 2. And then we're all set. Now this is consuming oxygen because it's at 20. Perfect. Let's go ahead and select this, copy it, and let's bring it to our other city, which is over here. So you can go there. And so now you're also getting oxygen at a pretty decent rate. Yes, amazing. Amazing progress. Okay, so then our population is growing. We're doing pretty well. I think I need to focus on the next thing, which is going to be getting MK2 depots built. So we have aluminum bar. Oh, wait, what's going on? Time to start terraforming. Our ultimate goal, make this planet suitable for life with oceans, plants, and breathable air. Okay. First step is to raise the temperature, produce and release SF6, a very powerful greenhouse gas. Let's do the thing. So greenhouse gas generator. SF6 greenhouse gas. Build a greenhouse gas generator to release SF6 into the atmosphere. The high-tech parts you need to grow your cities over 100 population will be unlocked in a later level. Okay. All right. First of all, what are these graphs that I'm looking at? Charts. These charts will show you the greenhouse gas pressure and its influence on the temperature of the water release. And later in game, you'll also see oxygen level. Great. Where do I access that? Down here. Coldest day, hottest day, water, none, dirt. Ooh, okay. Hold on a second. Where do I access my charts? I need to look at those charts. Map, info, enhanced view. It's not here. It's not here either. It's not there either. Okay. Close the information tab. I need MK2 depots being built. So, how do I get polymer bars? Polymer bars require carbon. Carbon require... Okay, that's pretty easy. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Delete this. So we have aluminum bars. We need a couple of these guys to make carbon. So we can do it anywhere we want. 1, making carbon. 2, 3, 4. This is our carbon storage. Okay, we're making carbon here. Good. We now need the following. Yeah, you are now making polymer bars from carbon. That goes into a storage. Easy enough. Now this factory here, right? You are now making MK2 depots. Okay, and so now you need another item. So you will go there and you are aluminum bars. Are you aluminum bars? Truck. You are aluminum bar because that's what you need, aluminum bars. Okay, so we're doing the following. We need now to get more aluminum bars. So we're going to... Can we just get aluminum bars from here? Can we do that? Can we connect this road from here? Yeah, can we do that? From there to there? We might be able to do that, right? And we can say this to this. No. This to this. Does that not work? Truck. From here. Wait, do you need another... Okay, can I do this? Okay, change, delete that. What I need to do then... Man, I really don't want to do this, but I guess I will. All right, let's copy this, do that. Let's get another storage from... Yeah, let's get another thing from here. Can we just do that, right? Can we just do this? And do that. So something like that. Add a couple of trucks here. And now we're making MK2 depots. All right. So now we can go back here to the iron and replace this with that. That and that. And then we can add some more extractors. That will be supplying more iron. I think this works, right? That allows us to do a lot more extractors everywhere and get more work done. All right, good. So, how are we doing with atmospheric extractors? We got 15 of those. We're good on roads. We got MK2 depots. Now we need to make greenhouse things. And this only requires the same thing as this. Aluminum and mechanical bars. So all we need to do is do the following. Well, we need to add more trucks here, right? Because we're not getting enough mechanical parts. Is there a reason we're not getting enough mechanical parts here? Because we're not producing enough of it. This is not producing enough. Okay, how do we produce more? Let's add another storage here. Let's make this iron ore. Let's add a couple more extractors, right? This will now get enough iron ore to produce a constant supply. And so now this is making enough mechanical parts from the steel bars over here. Although we could now add another factory here, making even more steel bars. Yeah, I mean, that's perfect, right? Okay, and if we wanted to expand here, right, we could do the following. We can grab this, set that to a upgraded drone thingy. So now we can do another factory here, making more mechanical parts. That is perfect. Yeah, now we're supplying enough mechanical parts because this reaches a wider zone. Awesome. All right, I like that very much. And we have a traffic jam here. Not because of that, but because we don't have enough of that other stuff. So okay, so we could do this, right? We could copy this, do that plus that. Actually, is that no? We need to add this thing here, so that needs to be upgraded. Now we can copy this, do that, and that, and that, and we could also add more extractors, so that will help with this, all of that. That's gonna get, oh my god, I love it. It's beautiful. Now we're really producing aluminum. We have enough. Sheesh. Okay, all right. That's doing the thing. That's doing the thing. This is also doing its thing. That's also pretty good. We were doing something over here. We are making another factory. Let's actually upgrade these guys. So you get an upgrade, you get an upgrade, everyone gets an upgrade. And so now what we could do is just do this, right? We can just put the factory anywhere we want. We could put it all the way out here if we wanted to and say, make this. And look at that. Now we're just making greenhouse gas for everybody. All right. Here we go. We got our first greenhouse thingy. How much do we need to produce? Oh, wait a second. You need sulfur and you need fluoride. Well, how do we get fluoride? Where do we get fluoride? Polymer, aluminum bar, reinforced. Okay, so not from here. Not from there. So fluoride. Fluoride is used to produce very powerful greenhouse gas. Where am I getting fluoride from? Is it a resource? Is it in here? It's definitely not in there. That's an ice cap. That is sulfur. So hold on. It's gotta be in here, right? No, it's not here either. It's also reinforced concrete. What about in here? It's not here either. Not there. Okay, delete. Okay, hold on a second. Information, enhanced view. That's not what I'm looking for. Minerals, the enhanced view, left alt highlights. Okay. Hold on. So here we go. This is how we find minerals. Sulfur, iron, aluminum. Where is the fluoride? This is New Beijing. Oh, please don't tell me this is. Oh my God, that is so far away. There's one up here though. And there's not anything else that's really close by. Okay, so we can get to fluoride over here. That should not be a problem. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's get one of these guys right there. You're going to be fluorite. Let's get extractors. Only buildable on minerals. Okay, there you go. Fluoride is so far away now. We'll handle that somehow. We have fluoride, right? We want to build greenhouse gas extractors or producers. Let's build that. Let's do it about halfway here, right? Let's do it over here. That works for me. Let's go ahead and get another thingy here. You're going to be fluorite, and then the next one is going to be, what is it? Fluorite and sulfur. Oh, we need to find a sulfur patch again. Well, there's one over here, and there's one over here. This is the one we're tapped into, right? I mean, this one's the closest. All right, why don't we cut? Let's put this over here. All right, this is our fluorite. We got some sulfur over here. Or we got more fluoride over there. Okay. Let's put this over here. There you go. All right, so we need roads. We also need this extractor over here. Sulfur. Okay, that's our sulfur. Let's go ahead and get roads. So from here to here, from here to there. Good? I think I'm good. I'm good with that. All right, so stops. We've got you to there. We've got you to here. Wait, why didn't that work? Come on. Truck to there. All right, let's add sulfur here. Let's add 10 vehicles here. And then we can also add 10 vehicles here. Good. You are set to the wrong thing. You are going to be sulfur. This one's going to be fluorite, which is correct. And this is now making greenhouse gases. Perfect. Let's copy this. Since we should have enough stuff, right? Yeah, we should have enough. We can add a handful of these guys like that. All right, there we go. Atmospheric pressure is going up. Okay. All right. So now, do we need more trucks is the question, right? That is the question. Let's add a couple more. We've got plenty. It doesn't really matter. So estimated annual capacity 105. Good. And then let's do this one over here too. Let's add another 15 since it's traveling a pretty good amount, a very good distance. So we're also producing quite enough here. That's not a problem. Yeah, that's moving up pretty quickly. We could make it go a little bit faster if we wanted to by adding more of these guys, right? It does reach, and then we can add 20 trucks. It's just a matter of, are we producing enough here? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Quite enough. So the trucks are just not doing its thing, right? That's what it is. All right, so well done. Terraforming is in progress. Here on Earth, we invest heavily and make good progress to fight climate warming, but it's not easy. If things were turning bad, a Terraform orders for 1.2F would ensure the survival of humanity. It's our plan B. Ha ha ha. Pun intended. All right. We hope that our work here on orders 412F can serve as an example of what mankind can produce when we get serious about it. All right. So then what's next? New objective, reach a total population of 300, and we will start producing high-tech parts, which require aluminum bars, polymer bars, and high-tech parts. Not a problem. We can do all that. Temperatures. Oh, this is where we see the data. Okay. Average temperature is increasing. SF6 pressure is also increasing. So all we need to do is get population up, right? So how are we doing as far as population in Beijing? What are you requiring? Reinforced concrete now. So this is not even using that. We need to create reinforced concrete. How do we make reinforced concrete? Factory can make reinforced concrete, but it needs steel bars. All right, so then we will get steel bars from here. Here's one, right? Yeah, that's one. First of all, let's get some storage like that. This is going to be iron ore. Let's get some miners. That's going to go into a factory like this. So you're making steel bars. And we could do a couple of these guys, actually. Because this now reaches all the way out there. Perfect. And now you are steel bars. And so now we need more concrete. And so the concrete's over here. So we could get a road. We could get a road here, right? Actually, let's put this right there. You are going to be steel bars. This road is going to come from here to there. We're going to get a truck from here to there. And then we're going to say, deliver steel. All right, pretty good. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and upgrade all of these things while we're here. Also, this guy, I remember seeing an option here for a second. Let's do auto destroy depleted extractors. Confirm. Back. Now this gets auto destroyed. This gets auto destroyed. And we need more extractors here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is where it goes. Okay, so we can delete this and this. Perfect. Also, this one is done as well. All right, so you are making reinforced steel. What you're not doing is you're not putting it into a storage, which would go about right there. Reinforced steel. Awesome. And so now you need to be transporting reinforced concrete, not the other things. There goes my trucks. Please deliver. Okay, and then we are making... Yeah, we're making the stuff. This singular factory isn't keeping up, right? So we could copy this. But it needs... Yeah, it needs the steel from here. And the concrete from here. I mean, I feel like that's not a problem, right? We could do this. We could do this. Okay, hold on. Now... Do we not have enough? Let's delete all this concrete. We don't need it. All right, what's the population here? We're at 96. New Beijing's doing okay. What about my other cities? You guys haven't been growing because you haven't been receiving the things that you need, which is reinforced concrete. We're getting sulfur. We're getting concrete, first of all, here. We have iron right there. You're getting oxygen, plenty of it. Okay, so wait, hold on a second. So you can now be reinforced concrete, right? Reinforced concrete can be on this road here. Let's say reinforced concrete. All right. With that, we could do regular concrete over here. So you go there. That's making concrete. All right, let's add some more extractors over here. We're going to need them because we're going to need to make more concrete. More concrete. More concrete. So now let's get a couple more factories there and there. Okay. And so what we need to do is delete this path and do the following. This is going to be iron ore. You are going to be mining from all of this. Let's get you another one of these. Good. Now let's get a couple of factories. One. Making steel bars. Right. A couple of storages that land there. You're now making steel bars. And then so all we need is this here. Wait a second. No, let's actually... Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Okay. Oh, no, it's not this guy. It's the factories. So 1 reinforced concrete, 2 reinforced concrete, 3 reinforced concrete into a storage like that. And that is reinforced concrete. We could actually put a couple more of these. Right? And now we can do... Oh, that needs to reach there. Okay, so you go here. This goes there. You are going to be regular concrete, which just needs to come in right there. So now you go from here to there. We'll get a couple of trucks here. We will do this to there. And we could get a couple of trucks there. And that is just steel bars. Right? This is steel bars. And now this road connects there. This truck delivers here. And it is reinforced concrete. And voila. We've got reinforced concrete and oxygen. Sweet. All right, so that one's all set. All right. New Beijing, what's going on over here? Why are you red? You need high-tech parts now, and you're not getting enough reinforced concrete because we're just not making enough here. Okay, well then let's fix this, right? We can fix this. Let's get rid of all this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Here's what we're doing. We're getting this guy. Sulfur. We're getting a bunch of factories. One making concrete. 1, 2, 3. You guys are making concrete out of sulfur, right? Yeah, you are. All right. This is now going to be receiving concrete. Okay, there you go. Delete. Delete. All right. Good. All right, so we've got concrete here now, right? Is that enough? 4 factories. Maybe it's enough. Maybe not. Right? And we're getting steel here. We got plenty of steel, I hope. That is, yeah, that is plenty of steel. I could just add another storage here, right? Like, I don't know, like this. Right? Yeah, I could. All right. So now what we want to do is we want to get concrete and steel. All right, so we want to supply steel from here to there. And that's going to be a pretty decent amount of cars there because we are going to go all out here. 1 into reinforced concrete. And we're going to add a couple of these guys. As long as they can reach the concrete, right? That's what matters. So you can go there. This guy can also go here. And then we want to just receive the reinforced concrete like this. All right, that's going to be a pretty decent amount of reinforced concrete, which can now be received here and delivered here. And we're going to add a couple of vehicles there, and we're all set. Let's hope so. New Beijing's needs have changed again, right? That's what, now it needs high-tech parts. Okay, all right, so we're going to stop it here. We're going to stop at high-tech parts because things are going to get pretty complicated, and I think it warrants a new episode because I'm having so much fun doing this, and I think this game merits a decent playthrough. Couple of episodes, see how far we can get. Maybe 5, maybe 6. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you guys don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.